Hey, yo, everyone. How are you doing?
CB's just lounging all.
I'm trying to be cool.
You are cool. It's unfair.
Facade immediately broken.
Well, I wasn't gonna like not say anything. I was like, okay,
I know.
Let me be cool for like a little second, and then I'll be normal.
Are you sure? Are you capable of such?
Probably not. I forgot to pop out the chat beforehand, so I'm doing that now.
As a non-normal person, normalcy is overrated.
I can.
Yes, Roy. I am here. It's me. I promise.
She's the problem. It's her.
Your animal's like freaking out, and mine's just like, she came over, she was snuggling. She'll probably come snuggle some more in a bit. Like,
We do appreciate everyone's understanding, as Roy seems to be very concerned about Laura right now. Can't imagine why. At least that's my ongoing theory. Hey, Mimi. Sorry your therapy was canceled, but glad to have you here. Hey, yo, JK. Oh, people saying hi to each other. Hey, Kelly. Well, hello, Jocelyn. Welcome. We're, doing as good as can be from beyond. Everyone else doing. I demand fix Mimi, or you're a liar and you have no new tarot deck. That's how I'm perceiving reality right now. Doing good. Getting some words on page. Awesome. Hello. We have a Roy cam.
Huh.
For those who might want to see the puppy but aren't looking at the moment. Never mind. The Roy cam is gone. I tried.
You just ate like 5 treats.
Ah.
living the high life.
Oh yeah. All that dehydrated chicken heart, man.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm not supposed to, so I don't have.
Bless you.
Pretty good. Thanks. Oh.
I'm trying to
Good. Revising chapter 28. Nice. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be itching right here because I got some like on the edge of my nose, and my nose apparently just really hates the white face. Hi everyone.
Wow, Thanksgiving for y'all.
Oh yes. Happy Thanksgiving for Canadians.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us on your holiday, Laura.
I had today off work.
Ooh. We have a bunch of people touring our college today because it's Indigenous Peoples Day, so like high schools have off. And they just like, there's hordes of them like wandering around. When I was in my gym class, they're all walking on the quad, and the treadmill's like facing a giant glass wall which looks over the quad. You can see all like the parents like peeking in as we're like sweating out. And I'm like, I know they can't see our faces, you can only see like the general outline, but it's still creepy.
Yes. Hello, Jen. Hi, Pool Gamer. Yo, RP. Thank you, Tina. We'll see how long these last. When I did my makeup in my bedroom, it didn't look quite so white. So I was like, I don't have to do my right here. And then my daughter washed my beauty blender. And I was like, I don't feel like it's. So this is my attempt to cover up.
At least on my laptop, it's not that much of a contrast. I feel like I look exceptionally pale. I didn't do white face paint. This is just my face.
It's the contrast.
Yeah.
Yes, Roy.
Sam froze, but I have the white behind me, and I'm like, my face looks,
Roy, your eye is glowing.
yeah.
You're Halloween, dude.
Jennifer's calling you out for scaring your baby. Or he just really wants to.
I think he wants treats. I think he wants to go outside again.
Lying eye. It's called The Tarot of Mystic Moments. Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Bottle juice, bottle juice, bottle juice.
Sam, were you saying bottle juice?
I was saying Beetlejuice, but
Okay.
bottle juice.
Bill. Okay.
Yeah, bottle.
I was watching this podcast, and for some reason, the person who's like reading out the Reddit stories was doing it in a Southern accent. She's not Southern, but she was doing like a bit. And her Southern accent was like really good, but it was super distracting for the other two dudes. They were like, I can't understand half of what you're saying. But her accent was like impressive.
Fair. Some Southern accents are very, very powerful in their how they sound.
Yeah.
I was gonna do. Oh, how was everybody's weekend?
I slept a lot.
I do too.
I also
I
made
didn't do
YouTube videos.
Oh, I got to the final. I didn't beat, but in Tears of the Kingdom, I'm not saying any spoilers, but I got up to the point where they're like, "Go do the boss fight," and I'm like, "No."
It's like, excuse you, I have side quests.
So
I have things to collect.
I don't know how many side quests I have left. I've put like 150 hours into the game, and I got it like 2 months ago.
I've completed all of the side quests that I have found, so if there are more side quests, I just don't know about them yet.
I haven't finished all of the depths though, so
I need to go do the 2 things that I said I would do, and then go handle the end of the game. But I have been doing other things. But this weekend I had a bit of a forced rest, and so as I do when I have a forced rest, I binged a show. I haven't finished it yet. I have 6 more episodes, but I started feeling better on Sunday, so I had to do things. It's called The Love You Give. It is an Asian drama. I'm not sure which country, but it sounded like they were speaking a form of Chinese. So it's real cute. There's so much drama. Oh my!
I watched season 2 or the episodes that are out of Our Flag Means Death, which is the gay pirate show, in case anyone doesn't know. It's good. It's weird. Like the show itself is weird.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started the first episode. I'm like, I enjoyed the first season, but I also felt like it's not really like the genre of comedy isn't the kind of like dark comedy stuff I usually watch. So it like I have to be in a certain mood for it, which I'm kind of sad about because gay pirates is right up my alley. But I did watch the 3 episodes that are out.
I also finally looked into the YouTuber Carrie Can Read, which sounds so much more ominous than it is. YouTube recommended her video, The Plot of City of Bones. And I was like, oh, I've read City of Bones. Let me see how she describes it. And I enjoyed how she described it so much, I let her tell me about the plots of book 2 and 3 because I will never read them myself. And then I've just been listening to her tell me the plots of books that I never intend to read, but I know their plots now. And I'm real upset about some of their potential, but I'm still not going to read them myself. But yeah, so I had a lot. I still have to feel 1 more that I haven't seen that I need to finish.
My Face ID doesn't recognize me.
Oh no!
Heck yeah!
I was
I
like,
wonder
why
if
isn't it
mine does. Mine works.
Yours is used to you. It's like you do this all to me all the time.
My camera's also kind of busted, so I was surprised in the first place. So I thought it would just let anyone onto my phone. Apparently not.
Well, good to know.
It won't
Jennifer
let
watched-
cosplayers on.
Jennifer watched your new video this weekend, which, for anybody who doesn't know, Laura put out a video on inspiration, basically how to come up with story ideas and trigger your own inspiration. Y'all should give it a watch.
So the first one is coming up with story ideas. The second one is how to expand on that little nugget of an idea into a full-on story idea. And the third one that I just edited and is now uploading is how to file off IP serial numbers to make your work original if you're working from fanfic.
Metaphorically,
Yes.
CB. Metaphorically. The legal concern upon her face.
You know, take a
It
razor
wasn't a
blade.
legal concern. It was why? Why are you doing this? To what end?
Because many of us got our start in fan fiction, and we wrote some pretty damn good ideas, and we would like to make those original. Though we shall never. Well, I don't know. Maybe some of us could get lucky and be a Cassandra Clare. I just
or one of
request
a million other.
incest. Well, Cassandra Clare was the author that wrote City of Bones that I was.
Yeah. That's the
I
one that
did-
was like Ron and Ginny, right?
No, it's a
There's
Hermione.
an author that wrote Ron and Ginny fan fiction.
There is one, but City of Bones was a Hermione and Draco.
Oh, okay.
And it's really interesting to me that so many, because that's a really common thing. Like every time I mention it, people are like, it's Ron and Ginny. And I'm like, have y'all seen the love interest of City of Bones? That boy is so clearly a Draco Malfoy. He cannot be any other character in existence. So
It's like my sci-fi duology that I'm working on was originally sparked by Star Wars. So
Yeah.
I had to be like, okay, it can't be exactly Star Wars. How do I make it be?
Yeah. I feel you, Laura. The Silver Air, part of the reason it was taking me so long to outline that series is it is a fan fiction from a game series. And in the game series, there's this huge time gap, right? Well, writing the fan fiction, I didn't have to worry about filling that time gap because people who played the game time gap. Now, when I write that in a novel, I'm like, I gotta decide what happens in this time gap, and I'm like, and I want it to be original, so I'm not just gonna follow the game anymore at this point, right? So, like, that was
My
a struggle.
mom.
But currently, I'm working on a standalone. That's not a fanfic. Tina did so many home things and now has a slice of pumpkin pie. I want pumpkin pie. I'm gonna make you.
Hey, I want pumpkin pie. I have banana bread. I got some of that later.
I'll make you write a list of things you want me to bake when you come visit for the writing retreat. I bake things year round as long as I can purchase the ingredients. What's up, Morgan? Yes, I
The
have
hearts
some
of my
meetings.
enemies marinated in their tears, please.
I'll work on that. I need a list of your enemies as well.
My mom.
Carrie can read kept me company during many a boring work night shift. She has a video that keeps popping up for me. That's it's the title is ranking book. Is it the book communities? It's ranking the book communities, book boyfriends, and the thumbnail says, "Are y'all okay?" And I'm like, I need to see this, especially since I am so outside the book community. I don't know anything, but I want to know things. So
I'm assuming half of them are from Akatar.
probably. This Thursday is release of the fall of House of Usher, and I'm so excited. Ooh.
That sounds familiar. I don't know what it is though.
I got some words at the bookstore and hung out with my sister and niece. Nice. Hello and welcome. Hello. I can't stay for all of it, but will enjoy what I can. Much appreciate your company while you're here. Hello. And I did a lot of home things today. I'm doing one more in knitting during this sprint. Nice. Ooh, what you knitting?
Ooh.
How long is this writing sprint? Also, how often does this occur? I host these streams every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. We generally end around 10, so it's about 3 hours. The usual format is a 30-minute sprint and 2 20-minute sprints. Sometimes if we get into some very passionate debates about food, we cut out a sprint, but it's fine. Sam Carey also recently read. I know I keep saying The Raven Boys, but I can't watch that one because my reading buddy still hasn't read the rest of the whichever one we're on. We're on the last one, and he still hasn't read it, so I can't read more of it. I'm gonna harass him though. I made the puree for pumpkin pie yesterday and added my own pumpkin spice blend.
Nice. Are you gonna put it in crust, or are you just gonna eat the filling? No judgment. Just wondering.
Thank you, Shannon. All right. Go ahead and introduce thyselves, my ghouly goyles.
I'm C.B. Ferrenz. C.B. Ferrenz. There we go. Young adult fantasy writer, college student. I was going to say teenager, but I'm no longer. And film major. And I'm currently on hiatus, but on my channel, I usually talk about how those things come together, or rather do not. I appear here about once or twice a month, guest streaming on Sam's streams. And yeah.
She is fabulous.
Thank you.
I'm Laura Nettles. I do write horror. I got a book out called Tiny Shivers, which is 101 drabbles, flashes, and short stories from various subgenres of horror, including cosmic, gothic, psychological, and holiday food horror. So, 'tis fun.
Is the spooky and holiday seasons coming up? So perfect time to pick it up.
Yeah. So I also have 4 contemporary romances out under the pen name, Samantha R. Silverstone. So that is out there, and I'm here. I'm
Nice.
undead.
Yeah.
I just have the spooky, scary skeletons thing playing
Yes.
over and over.
The Living Tombstone remix.
Okay, I don't know. I've only seen edits of it and stuff like that. I've seen the video, but
Laura, you know what? You gotta send CV during the first sprint.
The 10-hour video version of Spooky Scary Skeletons, the Living Tombstone remix.
And I am writing mom Samantha El Nassad. I just realized I need to change my name from last week. Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. I host streams like these every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am always accompanied by at least 2 guests. I have chronic migraines, so brain fog, so bear with me because I need my monthly shot again. So woo! I also have spooky writing on my website, SamanthaElNassett.com. You can go there and read Till Pizza Do Us Part, which is a spooky ghost story, or All That Glitters, which is a murderous, villainous short story. And while you're there, you can sign up to my newsletter to keep up to date with all things Sam, which I should be putting out my newsletter this week. My children are home on fall break, and I plan to use them for manual labor. But I should still be able to do my newsletter this week.
Nice.
And yeah, you can check out all of mine and my co-host links down below.
Or in chat, where Tina helpfully posted them.
Yes.
Go Tina.
Because Tina is awesome.
I shall also share the spooky skeleton.
I need people to know that I sent a picture of my makeup to my family, and apparently my mom thought it was a filter. Which I'm flattered by. But also, I said, ma'am. The picture does look kind of filtery, to be fair.
That just means it was done real well.
Yeah. Just the little it's uneven. It's fine.
I will buy pie crust for most of it and make pumpkin soup out of the rest of it. Nice.
Oh.
For my pumpkin pies, I buy the crust from the store, and I use the canned pumpkin as a starter and then add all the extra ingredients, because my grandma was like, we ain't got time to smash the pumpkins when she taught me. I'm like, I swear.
That's what my mom does. Yeah.
I am in Central Standard or Central Daylight. I don't know. It is 7:20 p.m. or 19:20, depending on if you use the world clock or not.
It's 2020 for me.
It is indeed.
Yep.
Do you have good hindsight?
Yeah. When I can remember things, which is rare, but when I do, it's over for you.
I have pumpkin pie too. My Canadian friend had Canadian friends giving yesterday. Canadian Thanksgiving is today. Fun fact. Yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna be working on editing my Octoberween short story. Basically, what would happen if you accidentally summoned a demon and then fell in love with them?
Nice.
I need this in my life. Where can I read it when you finish it? Oh yeah, I'm currently collecting money for the Save Sam's Butt Foundation. It is a foundation that will only last until I have a new computer chair. So
Save Sam's butt. Save Sam's butt.
because currently I'm using my son's computer chair, and it is like it was not built for mommy boots.
No.
It has really great lumbar support though, like so good on my back, just not my butt.
My computer is like dead for some reason. I don't know. I'm getting my dad's help with it, so I'm sitting with my laptop on my couch with a dramatic. Oh, thank you. With a dramatic blanket over it to make it look not like the green weird pattern it is. Also because it's a college couch that came with the dorm, so yeah, might as well cover it.
How dare you? I will have no besmirching of my cranky grandmother unless I am the one to besmirch her. She is my old biddy. No one else is. And like, we were poor. I've never owned a puree machine in my life. That's why she had grandchildren. I mashed the potatoes. So. Hi, I'm late in catching up. Love life. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what will everybody be working on? I'm going to turn this way to get our
Everything set up.
Thank you.
Timer.
Do you want to go, Laura?
Thank
What are you
you.
working on?
I will probably be working on my vampire romance tonight.
Ooh,
So
nice.
I'm on chapter 33.
Ooh. How long do you think it's going to be?
40 chapters, maybe?
Oh, you're very much into it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's the first in the trilogy.
It's the first in the trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask how many books there was going to be, and then my brain kicked in. Yeah, I got that eventually. Tonight I'm working on an outline for for class, which is for a movie. It's the Storm's Heir. It was originally going to be a book, and I know I've talked about it before. The Gay Dragon book is now a Gay Dragon movie. So the outline is due Wednesday. And it is not in a place where I will turn it in Wednesday. I will, because yeah, but it's going to be hard to get there. So that's what I'm working on. Sam?
I think you're muted.
Yeah, Sam is muted. I was like, no one reacted to me. Now we hear like crackling. They're not actually any Sam noises. Let me narrate what Sam's thinking. Oh no, my mic's not working. Whatever shall I do? 'Tis the worst day that has befallen me in at least a fortnight.
We need a Save Sam's Booty and a Save Sam's Voice fund.
No. And she just got that fancy mic. Doesn't like her anymore. It's decided to reject her ghostly ways. Oh wait, now we can hear her.
Cool.
Nope. Oh wait, yes.
I was like, no.
You didn't make an out sound for a second, but now you're
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one, that explains why Laura just completely ignored me when I was like, is it the gay vampire novel?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Very much so.
What kind of gay?
Also, I appreciate
What
this.
flavor of gay?
Well, they both have major daddy issues. They're both born vampires. One of them is a general in Satan's army. And
Okay.
the other
one
one is
it like
trying to
Stalker?
avoid his dad's debt collectors.
Okay, so guys. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I was asking.
Yes. Two dudes.
I love the extra. I love the extra detail. Connoisseur.
Tina will be working on One Mystery Tree, which is
Okay.
her webtoon, which you can read via her website or on Webtoons. It updates every other Saturday, which I believe that means it's due to update this weekend. Tina, let me know if I am a terrible friend and missed an update Saturday, or if I'm right and it does update this Saturday.
No pressure.
Yes, no pressure. I bought a pumpkin today to make pumpkin puree from scratch at least once in my
Ooh.
life. So yes, Laura.
Nice.
I'm spending all the sprints beta reading a manuscript I promised to finish. Not a total fan of it, but I want to be helpful. That's fair enough.
Can I show off my art of my gay vampires?
Yes, put it
I
up.
will go bring it.
I'm gonna.
on the computer.
Okay.
Cool.
I think
I'll put it up after we catch up on chat. Yay, I've been writing all day. And I was going to add, sometimes feedback from people who aren't really into the story is also really helpful because it lets you know what's turning readers off.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weirdly, some of my favorite beta readers are the ones who, after they read one of my stories, they're like, I didn't really vibe with the story. Would love to beta for you again, though. And I'm like, they like my writing style so much. So I find that. Yay, I've been waiting all day and so happy to have peeps to chat with. Oh, writing all day, happy to have peeps to chat with. Well, congrats on hitting 10K today in your paranormal horror.
Yay,
this
horror!
Is the season for it. Gonna keep working on my whip. Nice. Way ahead of where I wanted to be already, but I have a bit of a streak going. Yeah, let's keep up the streak.
Woo!
Yes.
Yep. The only valid reaction.
And I will accomplish dinner too. Nice. This Saturday, yes. Start sweating because the inks are not done yet. Tina. You'll be able to read my short on Medium at the end of the month for the Octoberween event. I didn't hit send on this. Oh well.
Oops. Mm-hmm.
Yay, we need all the pumpkin pie. Love Laura's doggy cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
My cat was sitting right here, and then she abandoned me because she doesn't love me any. Oh my god!
So the blonde is Victor, and the dark hair is Hadrian.
Nice.
So they are soulmates with the red string of fate.
Yeah. I love the hair. I love hair in general. So
yeah, there might be some clubbing involved.
Maybe just a little.
Just a little bit. You know, the meet cute.
Is that a kitty? That is it. Yes. Okay.
Cat? What?
Where?
No, not kitty. Titty. I was trying to see if his kitty was
okay. I was like, a cat. Where?
He had this sheer thing going on, and then he's like this, and I'm like, sir, are you drawing attention to your titty there? So, I noticed very specific things.
That whole sequence, he's trying to seduce Victor because
therefore
of a secret mission. So
titties.
It's on the agenda.
So pretty. Ooh, yes.
I know. I love them. I got them off of an artist in Fiverr. I commissioned her. She's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
So okay, no, I was like, I have a comment and I'm wondering if it will be a judgment from Fox, but no, it is my husband who is sleepy. I have to move my keyboard because I keep hitting the control button.
Our Discord. I was really confused that Chris isn't in the chat.
Oh no.
Is Fox lurking?
Is Fox what?
Lurking. Hi, Fox.
Yes, he's lurking.
Yay.
I will be actually finishing up my critique. I have 2 more chapters for the whip I'm critiquing. I can still critique even with my brain like this. It just takes more work.
I just realized I have like a bunch of classes tomorrow, and I'm really hoping this doesn't stain my face. It's face paint, so I'm probably fine. It's face paint and eyeshadow, so I should be good. If not, whatever. It's an art school.
It's an art school. It's October. Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll just have to redo it to get the full effect.
I get confused on these screens sometimes because on this screen, I'm like at the top and then my desktop is at the bottom. But then over here, I scroll to the bottom and like I'm at the bottom and I'm like, where the fuck did my thing go? It's at the top. But all right, here we go. Who wants to do our first countdown?
Me.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Pumpkin, we're back. My poor cat wants to rub my face so much, but I'm like, I don't think face paint's good for you, kitty. So I'm like trying to avoid her, and she doesn't know why.
Yeah,
And
this
she's
is like the
not
most
pleased with me.
snuggly Storm gets. Like, this is her maximum snuggles. Right.
Roy's maximum snuggles is
Yeah, that's her.
yep.
Tina said also because Sam was lovely enough to mention it. Read my gay secret admirer webcomic, One Mystery Street. Yes, for the webtooners. Go read. Or on the webtoons. Comments on stream convos so far. Carrie Can Read also did a video on her reading the Raven series. I know, but I can't watch it till I finish book 3. Is it 3? Maybe.
Mhm.
It's the final book. Also, the Ron Guinea. Oh, yeah. No, this is incorrect. It's the Draco trilogy that it's based on.
Okay.
I was mildly wrong. It starts out with like Harry and Ron both wanting Hermione, but at the end it's Harry, Hermione, or not Harry
Draco?
and Ron. Yes, Harry and Draco both want Hermione, but it ends with Harry and Hermione and Draco and Ginny.
Ginny.
Whoever.
That was almost my name, Virginia, and I would have gone by Ginny.
Mm.
I don't think it's with me.
But yeah, so, and I looked it up to double check. That's how I realized I slightly remembered wrong. She, like, in my opinion, she did a pretty good job transferring it over from Harry Potter because, like, I think that's in part why a lot of people think it was Ron and Ginny, because it's like, oh, well, there's like maybe incest, but no, 'tis not. I don't even know if Ron was in the original fan fiction. Like, I don't know what role he would have played. Although, having read the thing that I read and knowing that, like, there was a little bit of, like, Harry Draco teasing, I'm like, all of the Simon and Jace's scenes, like, there was more chemistry between Simon and Jace than there were Jace and Clary. My firm
Clary
belief.
is a very popular ship. I love how Storm's
Artemis.
just like, oh, we're doing this now.
Every time she goes to lay on the tower now, I put my leg like right over the power button because for some reason a couple weeks ago she like turned the computer off 3 times and I'm like, Madame, you have never in your life done this before. What the fuck? So now I just don't trust her.
Just waiting for
And according to
box.
And according to DB Tropes, if you really want to read the Draco trilogy, you can hunt it down somewhere. Yo, welcome Eva, and thank you. Sup?
He scares.
Oh, there's a thing I need to block. Which chat is it?
Shivers down your spine.
I have so many.
There it
things
is.
open, y'all.
I'm sorry, Fox. I was gonna say it's between me and the cat, but I know which one he would choose. So
Oh, Tina got it.
I take it it's the one with toe beans.
you don't know about my feet.
Oh.
It's the one with pointing ears. Yeah. No, that's literally okay. We're just gonna do Storm Cam for a little while.
CB, you look like such a badass. OMG. Tina was fangirling.
Thank you.
For
I
sure.
feel like a badass.
Victoria got to take the dog out for a walk before it gets too dark. Oh, so she was saying she's got to go do that. Perhaps she will be back. Or she will be back before the next spring. Webtooners is a real funny term that I'm not going to use. My name was almost Yasmin. Such pretty names. I was Samantha or Spencer. There were no other options. Managed to get 1.5 scenes edited, which means I have 5.5 scenes left. Yes.
Nice.
I finished critiquing 1 chapter, and now I think I have 2 pages left of 2 pages and like a fourth of the last chapter. Mine was nearly Amicia.
Our for our outline assignment, we have to have it between 5 and 10 pages. And every time there's a new scene, we have to do a new scene heading. Okay, are you done? But my treatment, which is like a summary of my script, was 5 pages. Adding in scene headings, they're traveling, so there's a lot of scenes. It's gonna be so fucking long. Like, it's just how it is. Like, that's how scenes work. Like, a scene shifts a lot.
Yeah.
And our teachers, anyways. So I'm like trying to. I thought I could flesh out things in the outline, but I'm like, I can't flesh out that much. I might even have to end up taking stuff away, which is absurd.
Eva's mother, she said, my mother made up my name after I arrived. I was always the same, but she did hope to call me Boo Boo if I was born on Halloween. I was not cute.
Oh, come on. Boo Boo's cute as like a
nickname.
Not actual, like, as a first name. Hi.
Yeah. It's a weird unofficial tradition that we like refer to the oldest male as Boo. So like my cousin Zach, me and my mom both call him Boo, and then for a while I called my oldest Boo. It's just, I don't know why, we just do. And then now I call everybody Boo Boo. Accomplished dinner in about 125 words. Nice. I named my bunny Boo because he was Halloween vibes as a void bun, but I nearly named him Killer. Boo fits him so much better. Sam went more sophisticated horror tonight, while Laura and CB both were like, horror. I wanted to give the vibes of the lady who throws herself off of a cliff after losing her loved ones. Like, whether it be her husband, her true love who went off to war, her children. I was just like, I would like to give just ghostly lady in white who walks along the beach. That's the vibes I was going.
The lady from the first episode of Supernatural.
Yeah, her.
I went
lurk on Twitch means chilling in the chat for view time, and I am Blinkerbell, but good on you. That's fair. Sorry, CB, I'm trying to catch up on.
I'm so distracted. Her belly's out, and I'm like, so
organized my one bin of the day, fed the dog, and had 5 minutes left, and just shopped Sims CC because I had a long day. That's fair. I'm gonna use what the heck. Oh, that's fair. I was named after Nikki Six. Nice.
Charlotte Bronte. That's what I was named after. The writer.
Yeah. I got through a chapter of revisions, but my brain is shot already for the night. Longest Monday ever. Aw.
Yeah,
but you did a chapter. Samantha was the other option for me. Tucker was the boy option.
I
think of Yogi Bear. Hey, boo boo. That might be why we do it. My family really loves Yogi. Wow, there is some accentuation on the spooky vibes with makeup. Nice. Thank you. Hey, boo boo. Yes. Very long Monday, agreed. Laura asking about the vampire story you're working on. Is it a book you're working on?
Yes, it is a book trilogy. So,
don't you also have something on Kindle Vella?
No. You can't do Kindle Vella from Canada.
Ah, that is.
At least you couldn't. I don't know if they've updated it in the last year.
I have no idea. I don't do Kindle Vella just because I don't have time.
I don't know what that is.
Kindle Vella is basically Kindle's version of
serialized fiction.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, I know the term, but yeah, like Amazon finally decided to get in on the serialized web novels.
But these are all prose, so you post a chapter at a time. and it has to be within certain word counts to keep it.
Yeah. That is how like all the other web novel apps that I know of work.
That's how like novels used to be posted in the newspaper, right?
Charles
Way
Dickens
back
style.
in the day,
Yeah. I realized
Not so much anymore.
I'm not talking about like 30 years ago or whatever.
When I was a young lass.
I was gonna say back when Laura and I were first children.
My hand has been consumed by the kitty cat. I have to be right-handed now.
Oh no. Will the book trilogy get a graphic novel because I love the artwork?
I don't know. I'm just me and I'm poor, so I don't know.
Oh, they're talking about Boo. Yes. Sadly, like I would be fine with hiring an artist to comicify any of my stories. However, I'm so poor, can't afford.
I'll show one more picture because I can.
You can show all the pictures.
This is Victor with
Nice.
Satan.
If you're talented but also poor, makes your struggles of my life.
Oh,
yeah. So they also used to be a thing. So Satan is Victor's ex. Yeah.
Were they exes at the time of this photo?
Of what?
I said were they exes at the time of this photo? That artwork, like
no. Could go either way.
About that.
Satan still tries to get what he wants, but
I feel like Satan would be bad at boundaries.
He's decent, but he's manipulative.
Time to pray Sam wins the lottery so I can adapt all that glitters. Oh hell yeah. It looks so good.
Yeah, so
I hold out a little bit of hope because Manta has now adapted two traditionally published novels into webcomics on their platform, and they said that their goal is to reach out to like as many mediums to adapt into webcomics so they can just help stories be told, like reach as many readers as possible through different mediums. And I'm like, so maybe they'll hit up, like maybe as a self pub I can hit them up someday. Like, hey Manta, how you doing? So
yeah.
I'm so sleepy. I'm so sorry. I'm not being like very.
You're fine.
Animated. Animated. Get it? Because
I don't know when it's going to be published, unfortunately.
Are you going to like finish book 1 and then publish it and then do book 2, or are you going to try to do all 3 of them and then like have them revised and stuff and then release them together? Or
I don't know, because like if I do a Kickstarter, I could probably get more artwork for the interiors. But that might just be for like special editions of them.
Yeah, which would make sense.
Like
a special like book birthday.
Yeah.
1 year since the release, special edition.
I don't know. But like I love my description of Satan. Like it was
Do you want to share with the class, Laura? I think the class would love to hear.
I would love to. Let me find it.
Sexy Satan.
Oh, he is.
So Audra's she will be knitting a blanket. Tina said, "Do you mean reanimated, CB?"
Oh yeah, I was saying animated because we're talking about adaptations.
I know, but she's
reanimated because
she was building on your joke.
Right.
Obviously, that's fine. Just that I would ask because I'm not sure how far along you are. No problem. We always welcome chat asking for more details and everything about people's projects. Like, we love to see the interest and the support. So ask all the questions.
Found it.
Happy Laura in this magnificent trip.
Okay, I found it. So, Victor and Hadrian are not official yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Only Victor knows they're soulmates because Hadrian can't see the bond.
Oh.
That's, yeah, that he can't see the string. And so they're not officially a couple yet. Yes?
What happens in your world if someone's pinky's cut off?
I don't know yet.
Because the red string of fate, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So cut off.
Yeah. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. So Victor is on a mission to go to the library in hell to do some research on this bond thing and figure out what exactly is going down.
Yes.
Okay. What is it you seek? The voice was inhuman, slithering down Victor's spine with familiar dread and desire. Victor stiffened, turned, and bowed. Satan. The ageless humanoid fallen angel was leaning against the wall, resplendent purple-black leather wings folded behind him. His acid-yellow irises, accentuated by a smoky eye, peered out from under his thick hair, falling in soft, dark waves. Full, pouty lips, the color of black calla lily, stood out against his blue-gray skin. No pores were visible on the flawless, not quite flesh, almost like glazed ceramic fired in the kiln of hell. Victor, Satan said, mimicking Victor's tone. It's been a while. Suppressing a shudder, Victor straightened his spine. I only have to make appearances when necessary. With the grace of a serpent, Satan moved away from the wall, all his muscles in perfect control. Today he was dressed in a three-piece suit, sleeves rolled up to expose his blue-gray toned forearms. The top few buttons of his white shirt were open, a peak of collarbone on display. He was out to seduce today. Whether Victor was his target or not was still to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Astaroth is aiming to get your adoption nullified so he can take your position. The words broke Victor out of his distracted appreciation of the glittering, sand-like subdermal texture of Satan's skin. It shimmered under the candlelight with grains of sapphire and onyx. Victor knew Satan's skin was smooth to the touch from the blood rituals they had conducted together for 75 years. Yet it surprised him every time those glossed fingers caressed his face. So, yeah.
Damn. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but with Satan and then Victor's name being Victor and just like the way you described Satan, it low-key is giving like Victor Frankenstein and his monster, where the monster is supposed to be like so extremely beautiful, but there's this like offness about him that horrifies Victor. It's giving that.
Yeah.
Hi.
So, tis fun. Yeah, there's Nephilim in this world. There are wizards with, and there are lycanthropes. There's nagas and fairies and like humans.
And humans, I guess.
Humans are in there. Yeah, you gotta have victims.
You gotta have the cattle. How else are you gonna eat?
Yeah,
exactly.
Tina said, "Love the description of Satan's skin." Holy shit.
Yeah.
Also, if anybody clipped us out of context, but your lycanthropes, are they born? Victors?
They'll be a mix of born and turned. Just like there are born vampires and turned vampires in my world.
Okay. So your phrase distinction for them, like they're under the same umbrella term, but born or turned.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did I disturb
So
you?
turned vampires are second class to born vampires.
As per usual.
That's how one do.
She's purring very lightly. She never purrs.
Aww. CD's like, I don't know what's going on, but I want to take full advantage. All right, I'll go ahead and get us set up on our next sprint because I hunger for chili.
Damn, now I want chili. Sam,
Come visit.
I'm planning to.
Then I'll make you chili. I told you, make me a list of chili, cornbread, pie. All right, count us down.
3, 2, 1, go. Hi. Hi, Storm.
I'm almost done. I have 2 paragraphs left.
I'm so tired.
Do
She's
you
like,
want to just go to sleep?
I mean, yeah, but she's infected me with her slug rays.
That do happen.
Are you go back to sleep? Thinking about it.
Oh, Bella loved the scene with Satan, muchly. More chili. I finished my bowl.
How was your chili, Sam?
My chili was delicious. I also added cheese and crackers and stuff, so. Oh man, working on the final panel of episode 9 of OMT, and it might be my favorite artistically so far. Ooh,
Yay.
I concur.
The panel or the episode? Or both?
I'm assuming like composition and technique.
No,
Give us details. We're art nerds.
Is
sort
the
of.
episode Tina's favorite or the panel favorite? The final panel.
Mimi had to stop beta reading to make some delicious garlic pasta, so it was worth it. Tasty.
Yeah.
Oh, that does sound worth it. Storm's such a cutie. Just got like nowhere in that sprint because they spent most of it chasing a child.
Nice.
That happens.
Yeah.
You're just doing a different kind of sprinting after a young one.
Physical sprinting.
Yes. Coming out your grave?
Oh, yeah.
She got 2. That's still like 2 paragraphs down.
Woohoo! Two
So-
paragraphs you didn't have before.
The panel, although the episode itself is good in terms of the panel, it's the line work and the vibes. RP got 310 words that time. Audra knitted 250 stitches, made tea, and recounted her stitches. She recounts every 5 rows. It's 300 stitches per row. So I don't want to lose any. I have clips every 25 stitches, so I can count to 25 a lot. That's why.
Nice.
My mom is really into knitting, and I've picked it up a few times and put it down shortly after every time. But I appreciate it for what it is. Storm just like looked up at something in the sky, and I don't even know anymore. I'm like really tired, and I don't know why.
Victoria got back from the walk and did some homework.
Yay! Homework game. There was supposed to be noise there, but nothing came out of my mouth. Woo woo.
I'm sorry.
No.
I too am tired, but I know why I'm tired. Insomnia.
I'm excited for certain scenes coming up.
Tell us about them, Laura. Fill us with energy, because we are sleeping.
So, Hadrian has a friend with benefits who's a human.
Mm-hmm.
So there may have been a threesome already in this book. And there's going to be a threesome later between them and Satan. So I'm very
Oh my god.
excited. I'm very excited.
With his poreless skin. For some reason, it scratched me a lot.
Well, Audra's very behind on the blanket, so I'm knitting through the chatting too.
Audra knit!
I like how we went from vampiric threesomes to I'm working on my knitting.
Oh, my class is playing a prank on our teacher, like a harmless prank. It's not like one of those awful pranks. No, we're all
Tina
wearing
says yes, 3 is not a crowd.
we're all wearing like funny hats to class on Tuesday.
Mhm.
If my professor's here, just pretend like you don't hear this. I doubt she's here. That'd be really funny. Actually, I really hope she's not here. That would actually, this stream has been fairly tame. but we're all wearing funny hats, and like someone emailed everyone, like got everyone's email from Canvas, and like emailed everyone to get their phone numbers. So now we have a class group chat, and we're all gonna wear like just show up in funny hats. People are saying to see if she notices, and I'm like, there's no way she won't notice. We'll all be wearing
She
like.
just looks at. She goes, "There's something different about all of you. I
Yeah,
can't,
I'm bringing in a
can't
crown.
put my finger on it."
If it's still here, I'm bringing in a crown for her to wear, so she doesn't feel
Oh.
left out for the rest of class.
Aw,
Nice.
that's
Yeah.
cute.
But now we have
Audra said, "I'm for the vampiric threesomes too. I like my 18+ mods in The Sims." I didn't know Sims had 18+ mods. I am not surprised. Oh wait, this is like on the computer, so this would be like mods that other people can make.
I have Sims, but I don't play it very
I
often.
am no longer surprised.
It's more fun to play it with another person, I feel like, and like chat about The Sims than it's actually to like play with The Sims. In my experience, at least.
The only Sims game we ever had was SimCity 4. So I've never played a regular Sims game.
I tried to play Sims and I couldn't figure it out once when I was a teenager and said, "Fuck it," never tried it.
I played Sims a lot in middle school. Yeah, in middle school and then very early high school. Because one of my friends had Sims, and we would put like, we would have like sleepovers or like, hanging out, play dates. And we would like have a Sims game going as we were like chatting about other stuff. And the one girl that really liked Sims would be like controlling everything, designing the house and stuff. And the other two of us would just like be popping up with comments and suggestions as we discuss like whatever 13-year-olds discuss when they're hanging out.
I've just heard fun things like you can romance the Grim Reaper.
Yep.
I have heard that. RP's never played Sims in his life. I mean, that's fair.
It's
I
fun.
mostly build in Sims 4. I use it to build out the houses my books are set in so that I can keep consistency. I have heard several people say that they do that, and I'm like, I wish I had the brain to do that. That's just, my brain is just not set up to do that, but I am so like impressed and fascinated.
As an adult,
the computer one.
I've made Sims of friend groups, but Sims will just start sleeping with each other.
Yeah.
And then it's weird.
It's weird.
It's like, oh, our Sims are fucking. Oh wait, we can say that. Our Sims are fucking. Let's stop that, because they'll like build up their own romantic relationships if you give like two of them the flirty trait or something like that. Yeah. So.
The closest thing to Sims, I play like farm simulators, sometimes specifically Stardew Valley. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Stardew Valley, this is my not so subtle transition. Stardew Valley is going to be releasing an update that allows for 8 people on a farm. So I want to get a Stardew farm going for the Sam's Realm, which is my Discord server. You can join via my Ko-fi down below for $1 a month. So if anybody is interested in Stardew and you wish to be on the server farm, join the server so that I can make my dream come true.
Am I already clicked on that? I don't know. She just we just started purring since I held the goldfish above her head. Fishiest taste. I'm going to
so far the server farm is probably going to be me, you, Fox, and Chris. Maybe Mimi if I can convince her. She says her only concern right now is that she doesn't have time, which is a fair concern. But we can still try to figure it out.
How do buttons? Is it in like roles?
For what?
Stardew.
No, I haven't started a thing for it.
Oh.
No, the patch isn't out yet, so we still have time.
We can prepare.
Yeah, so we can prepare. Especially since apparently it's part of Chris's dream that since there will be 8 people and there's 10 love interest, he's like, we could have like everybody could get one and we could have most of the town on the farm. Like a bit of an explanation for the people who don't play Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is like one of my favorite games of all time, and I think it's like one of 2 computer games I play at the moment. And it's also like on the Switch and PlayStation, but we're not talking about those right now. We're talking about the computer. And it like started as this one guy in Canada just programmed the entire thing by himself. His like Twitter is Concerned Ape, which I love his name. And he just keeps working on Stardew. Like Stardew came out before at least 2 of my children were born, I'm pretty sure. And he's like still just releases more content and stuff for it for free. So like you pay for it's a $15 game. You pay that much and then you keep getting more free content. It's great.
I thought you meant that he doesn't charge like for the game because I didn't remember buying it, even though I did.
I mean, it's
And I
still
was like,
a pretty
sure.
cheap game for all the content you get.
Yeah.
So the tub was on my cord, and I was like, "How did this
I
happen?"
have a very important question for chat. I was originally planning on being Crowley. Crowley? Crowley? Whatever.
Mr. Crowley. Don, don, don.
Oh, all my bottom lip makeup's going away because I'm like drinking. Okay, anyways. But now I'm thinking of doing this.
Mm.
Do
you have the yellow contacts?
I don't have yellow contacts. I have red contacts. Versus this, I would wear the red contacts on Halloween.
Mm.
I have glasses though. I have circular sunglasses.
Mm.
And the red hair is my hair doesn't look nearly as red on camera as it does in real life. But yeah, that's what I was. But no one. I like asked my friends because we're having a Halloween party, and the people I was chatting with that, like the host of the Halloween party, have no idea. They haven't watched Good Omens because they're fake gay people, and they don't.
We're taking your LGBTQ card.
I am. It is revoked. So yeah.
He's like, well, I'm calling it for a night. I've written 1452 words today. I still have so many words to catch up on in order to make my 80K goal this month.
I believe you.
Well, sleep well. I'm glad that you got those words in. A couple hair strands got caught on the end of my nose and I couldn't get them off. Because I have like a round, like the tip of my nose is very round. So it was a struggle bus. I got my Switch working again on my TV, bad HDMI cords, so I can't wait to play games on the TV again. Okay.
The last game I played was Phasmophobia.
RP, join the server, join the Stardew farm. I will allow you to be the farmer. But I want to be I want to feed the animals. Unless
I can be the romancer.
We're all gonna be the romancers.
I know.
Well,
I don't know how
those
to
of us
do anything in that game.
That's fair. That's fine. Have a good night.
RP, I will befriend Shane so fucking fast so we can get blue chickens. You want blue chickens?
Do they lay blue eggs?
Yes.
Good.
There's also void chickens, which lay void eggs.
Nice.
What's the other one? There's white chickens, brown chickens, void chickens, the blue chickens.
The little ones, the baby.
Well, those are chicks.
I know, but they're cute.
They are cute. We can also, if we find a dinosaur egg, we can raise dinosaurs.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. You like okay, so when you find the dinosaur egg, it's like it'll say that it's an artifact and you can take it to the museum. But a better idea is to take it to your barn. Make sure your barn is leveled enough, and then you can put it in the incubator and you hatch a dinosaur, and then your dinosaur, after it grows up, will lay you dinosaur eggs. What?
I want an army of dinosaurs. Is it all the same type of dinosaur? Or does it change?
Unfortunately, it's all the same type of dinosaur.
What type of dinosaur?
Is it a T-Rex?
No, it's got the
Velociraptor?
spiky back.
Oh, Stegosaurus.
Yes,
I think.
I think. Also, Matt was really intrigued by the fishing. Oh, Matt's probably joining the farm too. He's really intrigued by the fishing aspect. And it's set in like, well, Stardew Valley is supposed to be sort of like a random place in Canada that he like based on near where he lives. So all the fish are like treated Canadian waters, I think. Except, well, maybe the ocean fish. I don't. Canada has coasts, so
Yes.
Yes.
You know that camels started in North America,
I did not know that.
and then they traveled across the bridge. You know, the land bridge.
The land bridge.
Yeah, to where they are now, and they died out
They just
around the
They
same
left
time.
us.
Saber-toothed tigers and mammoths did.
damn
Anyways.
camels were just like fuck North America.
Yeah.
We're not talking up here.
Stayed and then they died.
We're not going extinct here with those tigers.
They saw it coming. Some of
Like,
them.
we're getting the fuck out of here. Survival of the fittest.
That's my fun fact of the day. You're welcome.
I just want to remind people that wolves can control the temperatures of their paws.
I was gonna itch my face, and then I remembered.
You just got less like an hour to go, CB. You can do it.
It's a really long time.
I know.
I look more like a clown when I'm like leaning forward. I feel like.
I mean, to be fair, skeletons are clowns. What?
Feel attacked. See,
Is
this
it?
is what happens when she insults all of this.
My husband came in for a good night kiss.
Oh, that didn't come off.
No, I can't keep my hand.
Go.
Ah, no, I'm. Good.
Oh wait, that worked.
You'll
I
just
was
have a super sharp
Oh.
chin when you go to school.
Oh no! YouTube recommended Mimi cat rescue videos, and the mother cat did not survive. But there's
Oh my god!
oh no!
Evil YouTube.
Yes, YouTube, why would you do this to Mimi?
I thought someone was just like floating into the air as you lift that up. Your hand was hidden or something.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
Ooh.
I decided the rest of the gallon of tea was mine for the night, so here it is.
You can't even see the like sides I did on the makeup.
Nice.
Son, what does that smell? What'd you do? It's like sweet. I don't know why.
Hey, thank you.
Hi. It's not over.
I think I have one more sprint.
Yeah, we have one more sprint. Sorry, I didn't process the is it over? I was like,
You're just my looks.
no, my brain processed it as like they were saying hi. They've come over from like another sprint and was letting us know they look. So I was like, oh, okay, so somebody else's sprint ended. I didn't. That's my bad.
Hey, Esther.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, a reminder that the Storytellers Hearth is still looking for co-host. I think there's still some spots and stuff. So if people want to check that out and all the things. Also, if you are a host, most of you are ahead of me right now. So pat yourselves on the back because I still need to set up a stream.
I even have a thumbnail.
We have templates. I need to send in my character blurb. I have an advantage because she doesn't post mine till last. So as long as I send it in, but like I keep going. Okay, I'm gonna write my blurb right for the little promo thing, and then I stare into space and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? And then I do like 5 other tasks.
Well, at least get those tasks done.
Yeah.
And then I get off the computer and I go to lay down for bed and I'm like, I needed to write.
Yeah.
Dang it!
It's ongoing.
The struggle.
My stream is currently full, but if you go to the Storytellers Hearth Discord server, there is a spreadsheet in there where you can like put your availability and reach out to host and see if like they still have like if there's a time that works for you, you can be like, hey, so do you still have any spots open? And then the host will politely let you know like if they do or not.
Get back, foul
I'm
beast.
safely ahead on time. I haven't been yelled at by an admin. Jess wants us to try a more hands-off approach. So nobody's getting yelled at or anything. But also I think you are ahead because you got your link and thumbnail in already, right? And we're still technically the deadline for looking for co-hosts isn't until the end of this week. So the deadline for thumbnails and stuff is like 2 weeks away. Deadlines are posted places. My brain just died. I had questions. Oh,
You had a brain. Mine, no.
I only had a brain.
pop quiz that I've been asking absolutely everybody. Who knows what the first vampire story was?
Carmilla?
No. That's the
Oh.
second.
First vampire story in what?
Fiction. The first vampire fiction written. That wasn't like a myth passed down through the generations.
Oh.
Like a written fiction.
Yeah. It was The Vampire by some dude. I forgot his name. But the point is, it was like I recently did a deep dive into this last night.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore I wish to share this fascinating rabbit hole I went into.
Is that
So-
the guy who did the take on Lord Byron?
Yes.
Okay.
So The Vampire is a short story inspired by Lord Byron, who is an actual person in history. He did a lot of really good things. He was also a poet, and he is who the trope of the Byronic hero is based on. For those of you who don't know the Byronic hero is basically our moody, sad bad boys with a heart of gold.
Oh.
And so our first vampire fan fiction was based on a man whose like persona and poetry and stuff was all about moody bad boys with a heart of gold and tragic past. And it's like, is it any wonder our vampire fiction is the way it is today? So it's like, that's where it all started. And it's one of those things where it's like, this is why I love learning the origins of stuff and researching the history of things, because then all of the like modern stuff clicks into place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like vampires have always been weird sex symbols and stuff, but they were usually like a danger or a forewarning up until Miss Anne Rice. And she decided like, but Byronic heroes are sexy. And so then she made them sexy. John Polidori. I assume this is the person who wrote The Vampire. Thank you for looking that up for me. I still maintain Wattpad movie adaptations of fanfics are the modern day Byronic heroes. Well, like we have a lot of Byronic heroes in the modern day. I think Batman is one, technically. It's a whole ass archetype in fiction, and there are so many of them out there. I think Mr. Darcy is Mr. Darcy a Byronic hero?
I don't know.
I'll have to look it up later. But yeah, It's oh, I have a message. Oh, it's from a CB. Yeah, you can.
Should I
Are you-
do an
Do
outro?
your
Or...
outro.
I'm gonna head out, guys, because I'm very tired. And yeah. So, CB Friends, young adult fantasy author, not a vampire. Believe it or not.
Had me
I don't
fooled.
know. She protests too much.
If
Nobody
you're a
is out
college
so different.
student, all links are down below. I appear here every once in a while. And that is me. I'm gonna go take all of this off.
She'll be here at the end of the month to discuss horror fiction in different types of medias with me and
She will.
Tina.
I will apparently do that.
Let's talk that Laura would be great for, but she's busy today.
Oh, Laura.
That's fine. I will request Laura give me several lists, and so she will be represented that day. Even if
Which
she's not
day
here
is it?
herself. It's the last Monday. Oh, sorry, CB, you can go ahead and head out.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. It is the 30th.
I'll have to look at my calendar again.
Laura's like, I'm about to make time.
No.
So we may have a special Let's Talk with 4 of us instead of 3 of us. But yes. Which
I
would
love
be down
horror. I just
I
read a
know,
horror book.
You're my horror buddy.
I read The Ballad of Black Tom just now.
Ooh.
So
What's it
good.
about?
So it's cosmic horror.
Hold on.
Hmm?
I was cutting out, so I caught none of that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is a cosmic horror. So, 1920s New York. Main character.
I love reading 1920s New York fiction because it's such a.
So the main character is a black man from Queens, and there's rampant racism in your face, and it is very terrible. And it's basically
not usually. I feel I need to disclaim that's not usually the vibe.
No,
that's not the vibe I want.
It pulls at your heart, and it's like, people are ridiculous. And so it's like, would you rather in your face oppression or cosmic indifference? Which would you choose? And it's like, oh no. It's very good though. It starts off with him delivering a magic book, and it's called, and like as it goes into the sun for a split second, it like sparks and catches fire a little. Like there's some cool stuff in this book. Yes. I had all the feels. Yeah.
So here's the thing. If they make slipstream horror, I demand it to be a specialized portion of the cosmic horror genre, because that's where that feels like it should go. But I swear to the motherfucking gods in my Nordic pantheon that if somebody makes slipstream horror and it's just not like mainstream horror, I will summon cosmic entities to eat their soul.
So I
never
am
forget
merging
slipstream
cosmic
fantasy.
horror into my sci-fi duology. So
Laura, you need to pen the name Slipstream Fantasy for Earth. Slipstream Horror first. We can't let what happened to Slipstream Fantasy happen to horror.
So this is actually based off a Star Wars trailer for Rogue One story. But it is I changed it up. So instead of an empire, it's an oligarchy. So there's a ruling class and this new religion thing that I made up. So there are stargates that are one-sided, and there are Lovecraftian gods on the other sides of the stargates that breathe through it, and the Oracle priestesses will interpret it. And like, it is so fun.
See, if you called that Slipstream Horror, it would be perfect. Let us invent this genre for you now. We have to protect it. That sounds really cool, though. I'm really into that. I'm reading Tell Me I'm Worthless, which is written about the trans experience by a trans author, and it also is pretty rampant on how awful people are. Def, read the content warnings. This is like tangentially related. That's one of the things that like I have always been fascinated with. Like, that's one of the reasons I've always been fascinated with the horror genre, because the horror genre is basically just look at how much people suck. Like, most of the original monsters are just representative of like shitty sides of people, and then there is like half of horror is where man is the monster. So Darcy isn't a Byronic hero. Pride and Prejudice is my favorite book. He's not vengeful. Byronic heroes are not vengeful that I am aware of, but he's very proud and reserved. Jane Austen didn't like the genre that was popular in. Maybe I'll start calling my work slipstream. You know, Fox literally messaged me and was like, maybe I'll invent slipstream romance. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I told him. Hashtag not like other girls is already a romance genre. So there you go.
So what's the definition of slipstream?
Oh, that's what RP. Okay. Allow me to educate everybody. All right. So when I was doing fantasy genre research for a video that I still intend to make one day about breaking down genres and like their conventions and like why genre is important and everything, I obviously was looking into all of the subgenres of fantasy and everything. And sorry, I was reading Tina G. Sam quite the burn. I can't help it. It's true. But and there was slipstream fantasy, right? I was really excited to look into slipstream fantasy. I was like, this sounds so good. It sounds like it has so much like, you know, interesting things. Now, when you hear slipstream fantasy, like what are you thinking? Probably something along the lines of there's like portals, they're like
Alternate universe.
Yeah. You're traveling through some sort of magical stream or pathway or something. Nah, some motherfucker was all like, yes. He was talking to his friend and he's like, yeah, no, I write fantasy, but my fantasy books are it's just not like mainstream fantasy. No, it's slipstream fantasy. That's it. There's no like
There's no definition.
There's no definition of slipstream fantasy. There's no like common tropes. There's no like common plot devices or character types or anything. No, it's just this motherfucker was like, yeah, my fantasy's not like mainstream. So like you can Google it and you'll see. I am not exaggerating. I am not like, it's burned into my memory. I am so mad about this. So yes. And now apparently my friends are trying to torture me by having other genres that I love become slipstream. But yeah. Because it's basically just not like mainstream. We got another word for that. It's called hipster genres. That's not actually a thing. But also technically hashtag not like other girls is not an actual genre. But there's enough main characters. You could argue that
it's a trope.
It's such a common trope.
Mm-hmm.
So he said how dare and also fair. But yes, that is, you now know the bane of my existence.
What would my horror be that's not like other horrors?
I don't want to be like other horrors.
I don't know. Does my holiday food horror count?
No, because there's like a lot of Japanese movies where the monsters are food.
Well, this is horror from the perspective of food being eaten.
See, okay, that's a unique twist. I think. There's also a horror movie where the monster's the chair. Like a chair eats people.
There's also a romance where the love interest is a door.
When they argue, do they go into it? Or it's like talking to a wall, and then the door get offended.
I haven't read it. I've seen the cover and I've seen people talk about it. It's just like a physical door is in love with you. Okay.
I said vengeful because I was thinking of Edmund in the Count of Monte Cristo. He is a Byronic hero. Yeah, like I'm sure they can be vengeful because, like I said, Batman's a Byronic hero and he's kind of vengeful, but like it's not a defining characteristic of them.
Do you want to hear my Pringle horror story?
Yes.
I quiver in fear beneath the weight of my living brothers and sisters. Their flat, warped bodies help ground me, remind me I am not alone despite the graveyard of broken below me. Our world shifts, rocking as we bash against the sides of our confinement. The ceiling is removed, light piercing down towards my layer of the pile. Whatever is above is blocked by my view of my family. One by one, my siblings are removed, their comforting presence dissipating as they rise up the tube, scraping along foiled cardboard towards the top, towards death. I scream as my sister is removed, her lifted body revealing a being I had heard of in nightmares, a human. It's even bigger than I feared, teeth more deadly and strong, appetite unquenchable. The crunch of my sister's now lifeless body echoes in my baked ears, crumbs of her corpse falling back down upon me. Down in the graveyard are the broken who are supporting me, using me as a shield against the being threatening to descend and desecrate our hallowed space, the bottom of the can. The hand reaches, fat pudgy fingers barely able to fit inside the tube, but they do reach. Pinch me, crack me. Up the tube I rise towards the living night terror. Crunch. And that is Pringle.
I absolutely loved that. I also find it like really cool and fascinating how like you and I think along the same lines sometimes, because I totally have like fucked with my sisters by narrating the food that they were eating, dying horribly. This is also in part why I don't like watching shows with living food, because I'm like, oh god, do you know how horrifying that is? The tomato is just going around like, bro, I would eat that tomato. I don't want it to look at me. Also, I did the Google, and Mr. Darcy is considered by a large part of the literary community to be a Byronic hero. Several reasons. He exhibits many Byronic traits. And the way that he's presented as a Byronic hero who is driven solely by his love for Elizabeth and whose love can enable Elizabeth to achieve the independent selfhood she so desperately seeks. He's always isolated from others. He's emotionally disturbed due to his hidden secrets inside him. He would have reason for his deeds, and who can correct something? I'm not clicking on the thingy to read the whole thing, but yeah. Also, I disagree that he's not moody. I have seen the movie, and my mother said it was a really good adaptation of the book. So he's moody. I've also seen
at least
like
the first
Love
half.
Confession is great. Yes. Yeah, because he like when he and Elizabeth first see each other, and he thinks that Elizabeth is just like, or Elizabeth's sister is just after his friend for his money. He's very
Standoffish in the corner of the ballroom, not dancing with anyone.
Like anybody who stands in the corner of the ballroom looking like unhappy, they're brooding. That's moody. I say this not as somebody who dislikes Pride and Prejudice. I really enjoyed the movie, and my mother is a huge Jane Austen fan. I love Byronic heroes. Like paranormal romance is fucking full of them. I don't even know if paranormal romance has a different kind of male lead, to be honest. I have to look really hard to find one. So like it is not at all an insult. I love me some sad men who are willing to do terrible things
to protect the people that they love. Like, they're great. I honestly, in fiction, I don't know. I'm not. That's not a blanket term for in real life, because that's a fine line in real life. Yes, child.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming. You want to say hi to Laura?
Hi.
Hi.
I honestly can't think about how meat came from an animal, or else I can't eat it. I was like, I will eat any type of meat as long as I didn't see it before it was cooked. Or not before it was cooked, but before it was prepared. That's part of why me and frog legs don't get along. Frog legs are fucking delicious. When people say they taste like chicken, like, it's freaky. They do taste exactly like chicken. However, they still look like the legs that came off of a frog. And so I'm like, we're not gonna eat a lot of these. One of my favorite pieces of horror media is a series of grocery store ads and training videos here on YouTube. Omega Mart. You have no idea what's in store for you.
Does this have anything to do with ABO dynamics?
I was sitting here trying to figure out what it could be, and now, I have too many ideas what that could be. I don't read him as moody, but I kind of get it. But Jane Austen really didn't like the romantic and gothic genres, which Byronic fiction is common. I mean, that's fine. He's still like one of the most commonly quoted examples of a Byronic hero. So
She accidentally created what she hated.
Like somebody else I know. I'm currently in an ongoing thing that my critique partner is possibly the greatest romance writer of our generation, despite the fact that he hates romance. Because, like, I'm like, oh my god. This was especially made very highlighted because he made a really good scene suggestion for my story. And I was like, oh, I'll put that romantic suggestion away in my lockbox. And he's like, it wasn't romantic. And I'm like, sir. And I had to explain how it was. So he's like, how dare you? You sure do love your sad men. I'm going to end it with a broom. If I die by broom, y'all know who did it. It was like, Laura, no, but I did think about that too. I love my Byronic heroes. Just didn't see Darcy that way, but I get it. He does have some of the traits, yeah. Didn't Tolkien insist he did not write an allegory when he... Tolkien absolutely hated when people would be like, oh, yeah, no, Lord of the Rings totally has a lot of biblical allegories, especially Jesus Gandalf. And he's like, no, I didn't write a single allegory. Because he was convinced that allegories have to be intentional. And it's like, I'm going to look up the definition to see whose side I'm on.
Well, also, it was the whole, like, pulling on his war past.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of people also, they were like, he was pulling on his experiences from being a soldier and using the novels to, like, cope with the death of his wife. And he was like, no, He's like, don't psychoanalyze me, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so nowhere in the definition or these paragraphs that I am skimming does it say that the allegory has to be intentional. That's like I was talking. Me and my husband were watching Ahsoka. And mild spoilers, but something happens and Ahsoka kind of goes away and it comes back. And she was wearing dark gray and now she's wearing like light gray, almost white. And so he kept calling her Ahsoka the White. And I'm like, hon, you feel real pressed about this. And he's like, because they like ripped off Lord of the Rings. I'm like, no, that's just a trope. And he was like, what? And he's like, what other character? He's like, do you know who like died and then came back in white? And I was like, Jesus? It's like, no. He's like, he didn't come back. I was like, because the resurrection
resurrection hasn't happened. And I'm like, no, he like came out of the cave 3 days later in white. But like, yeah, and then we looked up the TV trope stuff. There's an entire like the trope is like messiah resurrection or something like that. But yeah, it's basically
Messianic,
like comes
yeah.
back like Jesus. Yes. Like comes back like Jesus, and like a lot of them come back in lighter colored clothing than they died in. So it's like it's a thing. But yeah, one of the reasons he took it personally about like the religious allegory comparisons and stuff is because he was friends with
C.S. Lewis.
Thank you. I was about to say the Narnia person. And C.S. Lewis very obviously, intentionally, and proudly wrote a lion Jesus. So Tolkien would make fun of Lewis for it.
Mm-hmm.
So like he can't be making fun of Lewis for it if Gandalf is also Jesus. So I love reading about the friendships of old writers. They're great. But oh, you can tell Narnia was written by
Yes, you can.
He had no shame about it. He was like, yeah. And Tolkien was like, my guy. Why you gotta write Jesus fan fiction? And other people were like, but you did too. And he's like, I did not. How dare you? He was also very adamant that he didn't write that his story did not take place in another world, that Middle Earth was England-ish. Supposedly A Doll's House was written to be an anti-feminist play, but it turned into a feminist play. When you fuck up so bad. Oh, that reminds me of the poor guy who wrote Lolita.
Yeah.
He wrote it with the intention of it to be like a little bit of a horror thing, but then when it was adapted as a movie, it did the exact opposite of what he wanted the novel to do.
It.
And he was so upset by that. And I'm like, I would be too. I would be livid. Like, I'm trying to write an important message about how creepy and shitty this is and how you shouldn't do it. And then Hollywood goes, oh yeah, but look how awesome this is.
You muted yourself.
I see what happened. I meant to mute my other thing and I muted me instead. But yeah, this is a lesson that all of us writers must learn, is that no matter how much we want it to, once we finish and it's out there, people gonna read it however they want to read it. There's only so much we can do. So, which I will still fight for authorial intent to like a point. Like when Tolkien's like, no, it takes place on Earth. I'm like, motherfucker said it takes place on Earth. It takes place on Earth. Like, I don't see why.
But sometimes authors have stupid opinions after the work is already out. It's like, I veto this.
That's why I said sometimes. It's a case-by-case situation.
Yes.
I do remember the version of Lolita I read had a foreword where someone, the author, went hard being like, this is messed up, he is messed up, and it was very entertaining to me. I do not know his name, and I wish I did, but he is just one of those authors in history that I have always felt so bad for.
Vladimir Nabokov?
Yes.
I love Google.
I mean, he's got a name like Vladimir Novakov. He should. This is his legacy. The poor man. He should have been writing vampire fiction. It's fine. Although, well, when I think about it, the novel he wrote is basically the same messages that a lot of vampire fiction was trying to get through. So, should have made the man a vampire. The song Yankee Doodle was sung by the British to insult the Americans during the American Revolution. The Americans just embraced it and owned it. That is such an American thing. The amount of times I have accidentally paneled a fade to black sex scene in my comics. Whoops. I think it was the author, but I'm not sure. I mean, that sounds very in character for what I know of the author. So that's like the man who did the research on wolves in captivity and wrote the scientific theory about alphas, betas, and pack hierarchy regrets it. I think he's still alive.
You
Which
had to
tells you
retract the whole thing.
how recently he retracted it because he realized that his sample size was A, too small, and B, that animals in captivity and animals in the wild act differently. So he was like, oh no, I done a fuck up. And now werewolf fiction is where it is today because of that fuck up.
Yep. He has gifted fandom with something.
It wasn't that bad in the beginning. Omegaverse continues to be the bane of my existence. The Omegaverse and Slicy. They work together to try to end my soul. The version of Yankee Doodle I remember is where he stuck his feather up that and called it macaroni.
I always heard stuck a feather in his cat.
Yeah, it's like I've never heard that version. Everything should be vampire fiction. Some of my favorite Pride and Prejudice published fanfic, Darcy is a vampire.
I need this in my life.
This is just more evidence for me that he's Byronic, because the first Byronic was a vampire. Sir Darcy is a vampire. This is my new playful hill. Oh my gosh. I just went to pull our timer up and I have my hand on the desktop mouse and I 100% was trying to pull it up on the laptop. I was not built for this double screen life, or well, this double computer.
Double monitor. Oh, double computer, yeah.
Yeah. Now, the double monitor life I got down. It's the needing two mice. Too
many mices.
Too many mooses. All right. So this is our last sprint of the night, and we're going in 3, 2, 1. Hey, yo, we're back.
Too fast.
Sorry. I finished critiquing and then started signing up on Simile. And we have to apply to be writers on Simile. And it's like, how would you describe your writing? And I'm like, I'm too tired for that nonsense. So I'm going to just stare at it for now.
Sounds good.
Macaroni was slang for fancy, so the song is making fun of Yankee Doodle for thinking just putting a feather in the hat makes it fancy. Hey, Shannon. There. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do our outros and head out because I'm very sleepy.
Ditto. I'm Laura Nettles. I write horror. I have Tiny Shivers. It's out. It has some spooky illustrations in there. So, yeah, fun times. And it's in Kindle Unlimited. And yeah, I will be around. I am on Nia Stream tomorrow. JC's on Wednesday. Tiffany's on Thursday. Barrett's on Friday. So, yeah.
RP got distracted, but he did almost 500 words. So,
Nice.
Congrats. Good night. And I am Samantha Ellen Acid. On my channel, I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. I host these live streams on Mondays, 7 to 10 Central. And I have things on my website, Samantha Ellen Acid, that you can go read or sign up to my newsletter while you're there. I also have a Discord server via my Ko-fi down below. And thank you, everybody, for coming, for hanging out, for getting our stuff done. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.